What a day. What a morning. Alright, good morning people. I think it's like 8 o'clock. Pretty much just woke up. With crazy hair. Last night was a bit like, my sleep was so comfortable actually. My sleep was so comfortable. That's probably the best night's sleep I've had. Like in the wild so far, yeah. That's certainly the best night's sleep I've had in there. So good. Guys, quickly got ready. Gonna do a little outfit of the day. My bag with all my stuff in. The same outfit I've literally been wearing this whole time. If you're wondering, yes, I do have this top in about 4 different colours, and it's the only top I really wear. Even in life, not just out here. And then, gosh. You could be versatile. The thing I love about these things, they're so versatile. Like if you want it a bit more like this, you can do that. This is the fit. Same outfit as usual, but it slaps. It fucking slaps. Look at this. Oh. Oh. First this morning on the beach, I've gone for a cream pie today. Which is like a pie with like a cream filling. It's a bit like a pasta del nata, but it's huge. And it's cream, not custard, so yeah. Alright people, so introducing the Rock Grill 2.0. Not much of a difference to be honest. This time we've just got one small improvement that I think will be quite, hopefully revolutionary, which is this gap here. So here, do you know what I mean? I can get a bit of wood and I can just go straight in. I don't need to be like fannying on up here. And then you just put the rock if you really want to like cover it. And so, fire lighter, bit of twindling, and some proper just dry wood. And we've got, this comes with a lot of bark as well, some old acorns, which I think are going to be pretty good. And then for cooking, the surface, I've got this, which I've kind of cleaned. This is a different one from yesterday. But like same kind of vibe, functioning as a grill. Oh, I've got some sticks that are alive, which I'm thinking I could layer like this, and they probably won't set on fire, but I don't know. We're just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go with the flow, but I'll show you the rest of the setup. Here we are. So we've got obviously baby wipes just to keep things clean. Bought a new bit of honey from the shops today. Obviously olive oil. Plate. This is the meat itself, which obviously you'll see in a bit. A fork. And beer. So yeah, today's food is pretty much just beef and beer, so that's good. I had obviously my breakfast this morning at the beach. It actually started to rain a bit. As you can see, the clouds are clouds are clouding right now, blocking out the sun. So the meat is just beef. I've got 0.385 kilograms, and that came with a total of €5.31, which is not bad. But I think before we get this unwrapped, we'll get the fire going. Wow, that's good. I can actually like, oh, there we go. Right, there's ants. Bro, you're gonna die if you stay there. Do you realise that? Whoa! My grill. Fire! Okay. I'll let all that get settled in, and then we'll throw the real wood. Needs to like catch a bit, let the proper wood catch. It's quite hot. Right, let's go. Okay, so this is the meat. It doesn't actually look so appetising. You kind of cut 2 steaks, and then like battered them out so they're proper thin. So we'll see how it goes. Can't lie, that looks a bit risky. Hey! Alright, the camera's been set up indoors. It's still actually raining, but the new Alright, so we're finished cooking. That didn't really go as smooth as I wanted to. I think the grill situation, that metal I used, it's just gone black. I don't know what it is. It's clearly not like for grilling, clearly. But it's cooked. It looks a bit grim, but it's cooked. And obviously with beef, it doesn't have to be like fully cooked, does it? That's what we've got. And we're going to put some honey on and some olive oil and have a beer. Fucking hell. Not as excited for this one as I was yesterday, but got to tuck in. Right, olive oil, a bit of honey, I wish I had some salt, but I just don't have any. It's quite sticky honey. Come on. Oh. We've got a Mama's beer. First time trying this one. Cheers. It's got quite a deep flavour. Okay. That's not the worst thing I've tasted in the world. It's actually alright. It tastes kind of like a bit burnt. Like some areas of the meat are just burnt. Do you know what I mean? Just black. I also think it's just like tar. I don't know what it is. Honestly, good enough. Do you know what I mean? Good enough. Like, I don't think I'm going to die. And I think I'll probably feel full afterwards. So in my eyes, it's a success. Food's finished. It was fine. Do you know what I mean? I definitely could have done that better. If I just kind of thought through it a bit more. I don't understand. Like, I light this fire and then everything just turns black. And I swear, when I see people on YouTube do it, nothing turns black. So I don't really know what's going on there. I suppose if I do a bit of research, so that next time I can have a better execution. But honestly, I like to just try shit and see what happens. I think that's the best way to learn. So I tried that, realised, ça va, like it went. I've had a meal. Was it delicious? No. Was it edible? Sure. So there's that. Do you know what I mean? It was edible. I feel full, so it's good. This beer though, I don't know if it's just the beer, to be honest. Like, I haven't had alcohol in a while. And I was like, wine, beer. I was like, oh, good beer. Like, I don't know. Just beer's beer, innit? But I much prefer wine. I feel like it sits better on my stomach as well. Like, beer just kind of makes me want to, I don't know, makes my tummy go a bit like, "Urgh." I've got a bit of sun. Feels good. Feels good. Right, dessert today. Just going to go for an orange. Look at the size of this. This is a big one. It was the biggest one in the shop. I was like, I'm going to get that. And this morning, I had like a super long conversation with the previously mentioned love interest that's kind of on the rocks. Oh. So we spoke for like 2.5 hours, kind of about things. We kind of got onto the topic of pace, and like pace of life, and like levels, like what we seek out of life, and different levels of intensity that we are satisfied with or comfortable with. And kind of what I ended up saying was like, I live quite an intense life, in the sense that I'm always seeking intense experiences. Or like a bit of danger, excitement. And I find the idea of like a normal life so boring that it doesn't even, like, I already know it's so incompatible with me that it's just not going to happen. Like, that's just not my path. Do you know what I mean? I can't just have a job that I'm all right with. Do you know what I mean? And then just like go pub. Like, I don't know. That's just not my vibe. That's just not my path. And even like with music and going out and having fun, like my ideas of fun are like quite extreme. I mean, look at me right now. I'm in some like random abandoned gaff, about to give myself food poisoning with this shit grill. But I'm just like, ugh, the danger of it all is what I like. I'm writing a one-woman show to perform here because I don't know. That's just where my mind goes. Do you know what I mean? And we were discussing kind of the fact that maybe we're on different paces and how that's going to work, like in a relationship with someone where you guys are just functioning on different like levels of intensity and you're comfortable in different situations. I think it'll be quite difficult. There's also, for me, definitely like an element of like feeling like not misunderstood, but just not feeling fully understood. Not because there's no willingness for like her to meet me and figure out what's going on. She like has a bunch of that. No, she does, but it's like in the same way that I can't understand how someone likes house music and only house music and just goes to house raves. Like, to me, that's kind of boring. A bit of house every now and again's fine, but like if house is your thing, like I don't understand that. Which is fine, like, I'm not judging anyone, but for me, like, I just don't get it. And it's like, if you're in a relationship with someone and you just kind of feel like they just don't, you kind of just, in a way, don't understand each other. And I think it's quite fundamental, this. It's like what we seek out of life and the experiences that we seek out and that end up shaping us and shaping our perspectives and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what that would look like. So we've kind of settled for just no pressure, opening things up. We'll meet up at some point over summer and just see what happens, which I think I'm happy with. I think that's better than breaking up without even giving it a chance. Because this is just my head running away with things. Like, we haven't even really given it properly a real chance, a real go. So, yeah, I don't know what is going to happen, but we'll see. And it was kind of also making me think, like, I'm always putting myself purposefully, and this is the key word, I think. You have to be purposeful and, like, intentional behind your actions. I really intentionally put myself outside of my comfort zone a lot. Like, even right now, I could be sleeping a lot more comfortable. The bed is uncomfortable. It's cold and it's a bit uncomfortable. It's not as bad as, like, when I was on that beach, for example. And I know, well, I could just go shops, buy some blankets and it'll be sound. But I was like, there's just something that I like about the difficulty. And I like lying there at night, going to sleep, feeling like, right, just get to sleep, like, push through. It's like you have this, like, drive and this fire when you're uncomfortable that you need to get you through because you're uncomfortable. And it's that, like, resilience that you end up building, I think. Which is the goal, I guess. And, like, that's how you expand. That's how you grow as an individual, by being outside of your comfort zone. And I think there's one thing when you just get thrust outside of it, which I think has happened to me before in life. No choice, this is just how it is. Like, you're just out of your comfort zone and you just have to learn to get comfortable. But then I think there's kind of a different sort of reward to it being intentional. Because then you're conscious of everything that's happening. And you're in a position, if you've kind of orchestrated the situation, I feel like you're in a position where you can observe it a lot better. Like, you can observe yourself and you observe how you react, and you observe and what fears are coming up, and then how your body reacts, how your mind reacts, how your thoughts react. I think it's far more beneficial when it's intentional and conscious. If it's a conscious decision, I think that's the most effective form. If you're looking to push yourself, expand your perspectives and all of that kind of stuff. Where the end goal is, I don't really have one. I don't think anyone can really give a fully fledged end goal, like down to the T. I mean, I can say broad things that I want: freedom, love, connection, money, but, like, how that's gonna look like, I don't know. I can kind of guess what themes are gonna come, but, like, the timeline and the stages that all these different things are gonna come in, I don't know. For example, I know at some point I'm going to sail a boat because I really want to learn how to sail. I've wanted to learn how to sail for years now. I almost joined the Navy purely so that I could get taught how to sail and get paid at the same time. But then I realised that, well, it's 4 years of your life minimum, which isn't a lot, but it's like, that's 4 years. I think that's like 3.5 years too many. Do you know what I mean? And I just knew I'd get kicked out. Like, I just knew there'd be no way that I could, like, submit myself to rules that, yeah, might have, like, reason behind them, but I think a lot of, like, I do have issues with authority. And I know that a lot of the rules would be there just for the sake of to have a rule and to keep us disciplined. So I knew that wouldn't work. When is the time that I'm going to learn how to sail? Am I going to get a boat? Where's it going to be? Who am I going to be doing it with? I don't know. Is it going to be in 2 months' time? Is it going to be in 2 years' time? Is it going to be in 3 and 2 months? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. But I think the sooner and the faster you can get comfortable in unknown circumstances, the more rapidly that the world will open up to you. I think. I don't really know. Do you know what I mean? I just think. But to be honest, like this past 9 months have been like, everything I've done has been out of my comfort zone. I moved to a foreign country where I didn't speak the language. Like, now surrounded by a bunch of people I don't know. I live with strangers. And I did that to like pursue a dream that I knew I wasn't like 100%, 1,000,000% solely set on it. But it was a dream that I had because it's what I had at the time. And I was like, this is the dream I've got, which was to play football. So the story is I moved to France, South France, to Nîmes, to play football for this team. And at the time, that was my goal, because that was what was in my heart at the time. I don't know. That was the goal I had. I kind of knew that I wasn't indefinite, and that, you know, football wasn't the sole, like, point of my life. I know it is for some people and for some players. But I was like, this is what's there, so I'm going to follow it to the maximum and just see where it gets me. And since I did that, I ended up quitting after like 6 months, which again was hard at the time because a part of me was wondering, am I like giving up right now? Is this like, I had this dream and I had this plan. I've come all the way here and I've got so far and now I'm going to quit. But at the same time, I knew like it just wasn't my path anymore. And I might have quit football, but I knew I hadn't given up. Like, I hadn't given up on myself. It was just kind of like a phase that I feel like come to an end. And it got me so far. And I knew that it was kind of time for something else to take me further. Or like, the next step I would make would be in a different direction. So, yeah. What that is, I'm still unsure. I mean, I guess I'm kind of living it now. I'm out, I'm travelling, I'm recording everything. I'm getting more comfortable with that. Like, I've never recorded anything before. And when I first came out, I was like, oof. Like, what's this going to be like? Who am I going to be on camera? Or whatever, all these thoughts. And I think it's fine. I hope it's fine. So I guess this is the next step. And then after this, I don't know. We'll see, but yeah, this is certainly out of my comfort zone. And I know the next thing I do will be out of my comfort zone because I am in no mood to settle into anything that I know. Do you know what I mean? I've got opportunities to play football, continue playing football for next season, move to another country and play there. Again, another country that I've never known before, which is Luxembourg. But that still feels like a safe option because it's still football. and I know my heart's not set on it, so I know that's not the plan, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to have options given to you and to be in a position where I can say no, not knowing or currently not having any other defined options, and say no to a pretty good deal. Like, I'm sure a lot of people would love to move to Luxembourg and play football, but not me. It's not for me right now. And like, being in a position or having the mindset where I can like say no to something like that is quite nice. It's a bit scary, but it's quite nice. Damn, honestly, I feel like I've been so self-reflective since like being in this little storehouse. I think sitting still has been really good. Like when I was moving around, I said this before, but when I was moving around, I was like, your brain's just a bit scattered. But since coming here and just being able to sit still, it's been really good. And I've felt quite just generally inspired by where I am and like what I've done and like, I guess, myself. Still got like 3 days left. It's pretty cool. Hopefully the sun comes out soon. But I can't complain too much. We've had loads of sun. But yeah, that was my little talk. I don't know. It feels nice. I feel like speaking to the camera, actually, even though this camera, my little Osmo, it's not a person, but it kind of feels like someone's listening. And when I speak, my thoughts come out better because it's like I'm speaking to someone. When you're just sat on your own and you're speaking to yourself, I do that, but it feels a bit aimless. This feels a bit more directed, I guess. So it's quite nice. Very therapeutic, I must say. So yeah, that's the crack. Okay, so it's the afternoon. I've come down to the town just to, one, again, get more charge because tonight is the night we start recording the one woman show. And I feel like that's going to take me into the morning a bit as well. Next morning. We'll see. I don't really know. All I know is that if I plan it, it won't happen. So, well, I guess we'll try not to plan. But I just want to show you guys this. I don't even know what you would call it. It's like a shop, but it's like slightly terrifying. Honestly, this place is like, you feel like you're in the 90s. Like, it's actually a bit strange. Like, what is this? Like, I guess it looks cute, right? But it's just a bit creepy, no? Like, why does that exist?